I've never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight. I've never seen you shine so bright. You're amazing. I've never seen so many men asking if you wanted to dance, looking for a little romance, even half the chance. I've never seen the dress you're wearing, nor the highlights in your hair that caught my eyes. I must have been blind. Lady in red is dancing with me, cheek to cheek. There's nobody here, just you and me. That's where I wanna be. For this beauty by my side, I hardly know, but I'll never forget the way you look tonight. No, I'll never forget the way you look tonight.
Ding dong. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Okay, everyone, let's do this. 3, 2, 1.
It has recently been revealed that the number of people under 25 filing for bankruptcy is increasing. Now, first I want to tell you what is bankruptcy, tell you what's an alternative to bankruptcy if you don't want to file for bankruptcy. Now, bankruptcy is a legal filing, of course, undertaken by a company to free itself of its debt obligations. Now, a company can file for bankruptcy, or individuals can file for bankruptcy as well. People file for bankruptcy when they do not have enough assets to clear off their debts. In order for you to file for bankruptcy, your debt must be £5,000 or more. Now, there are different types of bankruptcy that people can file for. One is known as a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and one is known as a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Chapter 7 bankruptcy is more serious than a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Now, the Chapter 7 bankruptcy is where you ask the court to wipe clean all the debts that you have owed. A Chapter 13 bankruptcy is where you are saying to the court and you're saying to your creditors, I want you to stop contacting me. Instead, I want for us to work out a payment plan. A lot of people panic and file for bankruptcy because their creditors contact them endlessly. So in order to stop people contacting them when they cannot pay off their debt, a company will file for bankruptcy, or an individual can file for bankruptcy as well. The number of bankrupt people filing for bankruptcy, youngsters filing for bankruptcy, has increased for a number of reasons. One, there are short-term credits that is being made easy nowadays. So, for example, nowadays there are credit cards that, the bank will continue to contact you until you give in and just take out a credit card. So it's easy to obtain a credit card. Another reason is that there are so many stores are offering store cards as well. There is also what you call cards that you can obtain where you can actually use to take out credit. Well, let me explain. So a store card is where you are able to purchase things on credit from a store once you have their card. There is also a payment plan system. For example, if you live in the UK, you would have heard about, I think it's Klarna, and another one is ClearPay. So because of this easy way to access credit, you have a lot of youngsters are finding themselves into problem in that they fail to budget because the money seems to come so easy, then they continue to spend. So because they have access to the credit card, because there's access to the store card, so they continue to purchase. A lot of the times it is closed until they spiral out of control, and before they know, they are not in a position to clear off their debt. So some people actually see filing for bankruptcy as an easy way out. However, very important, filing for bankruptcy will affect you in the future. So can you imagine, as a young person, if you file for bankruptcy, it can follow you throughout your life. But first, let me explain how bankruptcy works. So when you file for bankruptcy, immediately it affects your credit, and details of your bankruptcy has to be made public. Therefore, it will make it difficult, if not impossible, for you to obtain a loan or for anybody to credit you. So it affects your credit. Once it is made public, then it means that whenever you approach like financial companies for loans to get, and like for example another credit card, immediately that is going to come up on your file. So they probably will not want to offer you credit, or if they offer you any loan, it's going to be at a higher interest rate, which will affect you in the long run. Now, how long does a bankruptcy filing or the details stay on your credit? If it's an individual person filing for bankruptcy, this usually lasts for 12 months. There are two types of bankruptcy filing, which I have said. So Chapter 7 is more serious because you're asking the court that your creditors totally wipe clean all the debts that you have owed them. So you can see why people, your creditors, would not be pleased, because they are losing money, because you're asking the court to wipe clean the slate for the things that you have owed them. However, you have to bear in mind that when you file for bankruptcy, for example, if it's a company filing for bankruptcy, whatever asset is in the company, the court will see to it that their creditors get a part of the value of the assets that is there. So some people are able to recover a part of the debt. In a Chapter 13, you are saying, I just want you to stop contacting me. Instead, I want to work out a payment plan because legally I have declared myself bankrupt. So if you have filed for the serious one, which is Chapter 7, then that will stay on your record for 10 years. If you have filed for the less serious one, which is Chapter 13, that will stay on your file for a period of 7 years. So you can see that there are negative effects for filing for bankruptcy. So you probably, if you are such person who is up to, as we say, you're up to your eyeballs in debt, and you are thinking that this bankruptcy is not good, but you actually need to do something about your debt, you probably are thinking, okay, what can you do instead of filing for bankruptcy? Instead of filing for bankruptcy, what you can do is to take out what is known as an individual voluntary arrangement. So there are two ways of doing this. And I should explain what this is. This is simply you making an arrangement to pay off your debt with your creditors. So you work out a payment plan with your creditors. If you need support with this, there is the Citizens Advice Bureau, who is able to make contact with your creditors on your behalf in your presence. You have to be there when they're making this call. So what they do on your behalf is that they can contact the creditors and start the process of working out a payment plan. Now, the beauty about working out a payment plan with your creditors is that any interest that they were previously charging, they have to stop charging any interest on the money that you have owed them. So indirectly, what you are repaying under the voluntary payment plan is just the money that you have owed them, no interest added. So that is something that you could consider doing. This will give you some breathing space to pay off your debt. And remember, you are the one who is in control, in that you are the one telling them how much you can afford to pay. Most creditors would prefer to work out a payment plan with you because the alternative for them is not good. Because the alternative, for example, if you file for bankruptcy, they stand to lose everything that you have owed them. So just to say that if you ever find yourself, up to your eyeballs in debt, and you are thinking that there must be a way out, the first thing that you need to do is to think about making a work out a voluntary payment plan with your creditors. I hope that this helps. And remember, to avoid all of this, you need to work out a budget. Don't be tempted, guys, when people are offering you these, these easy credit cards, easy store cards, this payment plan where you buy now and you pay later. Those are things that can get you into short-term debt quite easily, and they can affect you in the long run. So this is all I have to say in this video. I hope that it has helped. Until I upload another video, my Destiny family, take care of yourselves. Bye.